Gentlemen, it is such a pleasure and an honor to chat with you this morning.
Thanks,
Hi,
Tony. Good to
Tony.
be here.
My first question is for Tim.
Yeah.
Talk to me about putting this together. First of all, the sets must have been, um, you have your hair, so I guess it wasn't as bad as mine. But um, putting this together must have been just a huge task.
Oh, it was. I mean, it's not my job, of course. So it's the production designer Julian R. Wagner and his team who did a tremendous job on finding all of these devices. We had a lot of sources, we had because we were connected through the real Jeffrey Mason, the character played by John Magaro. We had access to the original blueprints. We had a lot of photos, also private photos that were taken in that studio environment. So we tried to more or less 100%, especially the control room is more or less 100% accurate in how it really looked like.
No,
And they
it
found these devices, they found it like in cellars of TV studios, no, where they just went to see what there still is. They had pieces from museums partly, and there are a lot of passionate collectors. You'd be surprised how many people that are actually collecting technology from that era.
it's an amazing set, and John, wow, what a playground to be in. Did it all inform your character totally?
I mean, it wasn't just that, but it certainly helped. There was a lot of research and time that went into preparation. And because I had access to the real Jeff Mason, our conversations were the start of it. And then really getting into actual broadcast control rooms was another huge component. I mean, anyone who's been in control rooms knows that it's a very specific language and it's a very unique experience. And there's a rhythm and a cadence to it that, unless you really understand, you can't recreate. So that basis, was very important. But then having the resources, the actual, Jim McKay footage, having things like that, having monitors that worked and a control panel that works and a board that works, all these things just made the job much more easy.
In taking on a character like Jeff Mason, who's actually lives and breathes, is there more responsibility on your part to kind of get it right?
I mean, I hope that actors go into every role trying to get it right, as much as they can. But yes, I guess when you have someone who you're actively talking to while you're shooting, you're constantly reminded of it. But also, just because of the weight of that day and the lives lost and the people who were affected, who are still affected by it, um, you can't help but feel a very ever-present responsibility.
I want to add maybe though that also I feel what John does so well and that a movie is also get the professional environment right? Because for us it was important that that whole world of live television is portrayed accurately, that it feels like a room back then. And I think John did spend a lot of time observing these control rooms, and you can feel that when in his performance.
And Tim, your camera, you know exactly where to put it, to build the drama, to give us that feeling of intensity. Did you storyboard this film, or did you have all those shots in your head?
Yeah, you know what the thing is, the plan with the camera was actually not to know where to put it. So the idea is, even though I mean I'm a storyboard geek, I love storyboard process, and but for this one it didn't make sense because we decided very early on that the DP, Marcus Furter and myself, that we want to shoot it as if we ourselves would be a documentary crew or a live broadcast crew with their cameras in that room observing these people live as they observe the crisis unfolding on the monitors. So the idea is that we wouldn't know before
Hmm.
where we would be standing with the camera. The DP said he made every take as if he would have only that one shot to cover the scene. So he would show everything and we move very organically with. We also didn't have any marks on the floor, so for the actors to hit it for focuses. So we embraced little delays in focus pulling or so because we wanted to have that immediate feeling in a way.
Thank you both for your time this morning. It is a tremendous film and one of the year's best. Again, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Tony.